Hello audience of Glimpses Studio. This video is very different from our usual uploads. Today we are going to tell the story behind all the animated storytelling that you see. We will be walking you through the journey of how these rough sketches evolve into these lively animations. By focusing on the two principal characters of our current series, Aurangzeb and Dara Shukoh, we will show you very briefly a glimpse of all the work that goes into creating the animation series here at Glimpses Studio. So let's jump right into creating the world of Aurangzeb and Dara Shukoh. The story of Aurangzeb and Dara Shukoh is one of the most dramatic stories from the medieval history of India. Two princes, born to the same parents and sharing a similar childhood, grow into becoming two completely opposite personalities whose struggle for becoming Mughal emperor plunges the whole empire into a bloody civil war. We have the information about this awe-striking story thanks to the phenomenal works of some of the very devoted historians of our time. Historian Jadunath Sarkar has worked for over 12 long years to write 5 grand volumes on the history of Aurangzeb. We studied close to 30% of this material that relates to the period our series speaks about. Audrey Trushke's book also proved very helpful in getting a deeper understanding of Aurangzeb's character. Based on this study, Aurangzeb felt to be someone who prefers violent solutions to conflicts, someone who has been out on campaigns against enemies more often and hence it's constantly filled with hate and deceit. Dara's character, on the other hand, appears to be completely different. Dara is always fond of reading, writing, and discussing philosophy and mysticism. He is someone more interested in the supernatural than in reality. He is softer and generally forgiving, but perhaps for the same reasons, mellow and simple. We get to know about his part of the story through two books. First is Avik Chand's Dara Shukoh, The Man Who Would Be King. The book is a slightly dramatized account of Dara's life, but it sticks strictly to historical references and is filled with citations. Second is Supriya Gandhi's The Emperor Who Never Was, Dara Shukoh in Mughal India, a slightly more academic book. The author is a scholar of medieval Persian texts, including the writings of Dara Shukoh. Based on this study, the two characters were pictured.
Aurangzeb's face is designed mostly with the straight lines and the sharp corner of his eyes. This is done to exaggerate his more aggressive personality. Opposite to Aurangzeb, we have designed Dara's face with more curved lines, and his big eyes gives his personality more gentle look.
I'm playing the character Dara Shukoh. And talking about this character, Dara Shukoh is a prince who is innocent and he writes a book and he lives in a different world. And while doing this character, I didn't have to do something different. I used my own voice as he's innocent and speaks very softly and politely. So I used my original voice and it was very flexible for me doing it. And I had fun doing it because he's very emotional, who reacts very emotionally. So it was fun doing for Glimpses animation and it was a wonderful time for me recording this character.
Aurangzeb is so cold-blooded. He is someone who doesn't trust anyone easily, so he is mostly poker-faced. Hence, there is not much variation in his expressions. His body movement are more sudden compared to other characters. To indicate his anxiety's nature, Dara is more natural and more free. He's let out his emotions more easily.
Apart from voicing for the character of Aurangzeb, I've also voiced for the character of Shah Jahan. So there was a responsibility of making both the characters sound different. So whereas Shah Jahan is the king and he's the person in charge of everything that's happening, so we gave him a bassy voice with a northern and Urdu tone at times. But Aurangzeb is younger, cold-hearted. He doesn't see anything else apart from his own motives. So we gave him a flatter tone, a high-pitched tone with a nasal tinge at times. So it is pretty evident, and he also has a Deccani Indian accent with it. So we hope that you are enjoying this new series emphasizing on Aurangzeb and Dara Shukoh, and we would come back again with different voices. Thank you so much to Glimpses Animations for trusting me yet again with not only one but many characters. Thank you so much.
The Mughals have many facets. It has a Turkic origin and Islamic Persian culture with Arabic influence. So we went for all three genres of music, including of course a bit of classical Indian. This helps bring that Mughal flavor to these animations. And that is it. That's pretty much the very short tour of our process. There are many more characters, locations, and voices in these stories, but we might talk about them sometime later. All in all, this series is a blend of study, script writing, concept building, storyboarding, drawing, animation, voice acting, editing, and music mixing. We have in total 8 or 9 episodes to make to complete this series. It's a big project, and we need your help to get it past the finish line. We estimate that even a few hundred people from our audience can fund us with only $100 for a whole year. It can get us going and help us complete this project, plus continue with many more interesting stuff related to Indian literature and history. So if you like the work we do and want us to go on with it, please fund us just once a year with a small amount. Thank you very much for being an audience of Glimpses. We will be back with another creation. Till then, namaste.
I order Aurangzeb to stop the siege immediately. I condemn his rebellious and unauthorized behavior. How dare he send fraudulent reports to me? Surely, he must have looted Hyderabad and extorted costly gifts from the Qutub Shah. I want a full report of his true doings and actions in the Deccan.